Yeah, we are back again. In this tutorial, we are going to look at arithmetic operators. Okay, arithmetic operators. Let me open it. I'm going to list out the operators we are going to look at. Okay, we are going to look at. Let me list it out in this area. Okay, we are going to look at the first one is plus sign. This for the plus sign is for addition. Okay, for addition. Okay, then the minus sign is for subtraction. Okay, then the next one is forward slash. Forward slash is for division. Okay, and as asterisk is for multiplication. Okay, then finally percent is for modulus. Modulus means remainder, whatever number that remains after division is the modulus. Okay, then the next one is plus, that's increment sign. Then the last one we're going to look at is minus, decrement sign. Okay, so these are what we're going to quickly look at in this tutorial. All right, let's start with this plus sign. We are going to add this number and this number. Let's see what we get with this operator, with this plus operator. Okay, so what we are going to do right now is we're going to say echo dollar number one plus dollar number two. Okay, then you close with semicolon. Don't forget this semicolon is so important. So you are using this plus operator to add these two variables. Let's see what we get. You run it. See, we get 66 because the two variables we are added. Okay, now let's use a minus hyphen this way. Let's try it. Let's refresh again. See, we get 46. Let's use division. Okay, let's run it. You see, we get 5.6 divided correctly. Okay, now let's use a multiplication. Let's see what we get. 560. That's correct. Okay, then modulus. Modulus is the number that will remain. If there's a remainder after division, that number is the modulus. Okay, and there's a remainder here. Let's see. We use percent here. Let's see what we get. 6 remains after the division. Do you get that? That is the 6 is the remainder number when 60 is when the number is divided, 6 is the remainder. Okay, but let's give this 60. Let's make this 60. You know, when it is 60, 10 we divide it correctly. Okay, 10 we divide 60 correctly without a remainder. Let's see what we are going to get. Watch it. You see, we are going to get 0 because there's no remainder there. Hope you get it now. That is modulus. Then plus and minus. Plus adds 1. It adds 1 to a number. Okay, for example, this number 1, if I say number 1 plus, It means number 1, this number 1 add 1 to it. Okay, and number 1 right now is 60. Let's run it and see what we get. You see, okay, let me check what happened. Okay, let's continue. There's a mistake here. This number 1 plus plus will not be here. We're going to drop it here. Okay, now we have to leave the number 1 here. Now look at what we did now. What we did is that number 1 is 60, isn't it? But PHP, remember that PHP read the PHP read your code from top to bottom, from top down to bottom. To PHP, you read this code and it will counter number 1, which is 60. Okay, and it will read down. When it comes down again, it will counter the same number 1 plus plus. It means that this number 1, okay, semicolon here. This number 1 was, 1 was added to this number 1. It will now come down here and run the number 1 plus 1. Because this number 1 has been added to it. You understand? By this plus plus. If you run this number 1 now, this one will not this one, you are not going to see 60, you are going to see 61 because 1 was added to it here. You get that? Let me save and run it. You see, oh, I've run it before. Okay, let me close this entirely. Let's run it again. If you have forgotten how to run a PHP script, let's do it again. You say localhost. When you type in localhost, you type in the name of your website, practice website. Remember, practice _ website. Okay, then you put index.php to run it, or you can run it this way because index.php is the first page, so it will run. You see that you get 61. So that is plus. Then finally minus minus. Minus minus will minus 1 to this 60. Let's run it. See, we get 59. So that is an arithmetic operator. Thank you so much. Arithmetic operators. Okay.